What's up, everybody? My name is Robbie. You're watching Geek Level Asian. Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, Power Rangers Dino Fury has finally premiered. We have the first episode. And I am surprised and delighted to say that I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it was that good, but I didn't think it was that bad. But I have been fooled before. I thought Beast Morphers Episode 1 was looking pretty good, and then the series kind of just went like this. So hopefully that doesn't happen in this case. But I figured I'd make this video to kind of give you my thoughts on the first episode, and this video is going to be spoiler heavy, super spoiler heavy. I'm basically going to be talking about most of it. So if you haven't seen it already, continue at your own risk. Oh, and don't forget to like this video because that makes sure that this video gets in front of other Power Ranger fans just like you. And we are around, I think, 300 subscribers away before I do my Funko Pop giveaway. So we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. So I want to talk about some of the elements of the show that I think really work and that I like. Because if you've watched older videos of mine, you know that I wasn't really a big fan of Ryusoulger, and I've said before, you know, how do you make a good show out of bad source material? But I think some of the ideas that they came up with that originally I thought wouldn't work, did work. I didn't think the whole idea of Zayto being an alien and being here from prehistoric times was going to be... I didn't think it was going to be a good element of the show, but I actually kind of like it, and here's why. First of all, I loved the scene of the Knights of Rafkon. I thought that that was pretty cool because it shows that Zayto isn't just any alien, he's a warrior. He was a knight on his planet, which... do they have knights and chivalry and things that exist here on Earth on other planets? Forget that stuff. But it also shows that he is familiar with the Sporix. So there's a reason why he has a motivation. He's motivated to defeat this enemy. And I liked that. I also liked that when he comes to Earth, he joins with the dinosaurs, with his knights, his team. They fight together against the Sporix. I thought that that was a pretty cool idea. Again, I like that he is a warrior because now he has these basically two Earthlings who probably have never fought in their life, who magically are just able to fight once they hold the sword. We'll skip over that. We'll pretend that that's not a problem. But he has this fighting experience and this wisdom to lead this Earthling team he's gonna have of warriors. We still don't know anything about the Black Ranger and the Green Ranger yet. They might already have fighting experience, but by their character bios, it doesn't seem like they do. So again, I like the idea of him being a warrior. And I don't know if Hasbro thought of it this way or whoever's writing these episodes thought of it this way, but if you did, awesome. If you didn't, cool coincidence. The place in this random forest where their headquarters is underground is called Dinohenge, which is a play on Stonehenge, which if you're familiar with Stonehenge, you'll know what Stonehenge is. But if you look at the spelling of henge is actually hengi, which is shapeshifter in Japanese, and they say that multiple times in different Super Sentai series while they're transforming or doing their version of a morphing sequence. So Dinohenge, Dinohengi, I don't know if they thought about that. If you did, again, I like what you did there. Like what you did there. I have a feeling someone's going to take credit for that at some point. Now, another thing that I liked, and this is a direct comparison from Ryusoulger, I was not the biggest fan of Melto. Didn't really like his character, and even though the traits are the same of the two Blue Rangers, I actually like this Blue Ranger better. I think the fact that he's like, you know, he needs proof and evidence and he's very logical fits his character because of his relationship with his mother. I think they're archaeologists, so that's kind of their thing, and that makes sense. It fits that character. I also thought it was pretty cool that they didn't really mix in a ton of Sentai footage. There's only really one shot that I saw that was Sentai footage, which was that big, you know, when Zayto is explaining his story about how when the Morphin Masters came and, you know, gave them the Power Rangers powers from the Morphin Grid, there's that shot of them all together, including the Gold Ranger, which hello, spoiler. That was Sentai footage, but I'm pretty sure that everything else was shot in New Zealand, so there you go. And a lot of those shots during the fight sequence, they were pretty good. I have no complaints. They looked pretty good. Again, the first, like, Beast Morphers fight was also good, but again, after that first episode, I just feel like it went downhill. I really hope that that doesn't happen to this series. Now, the last thing that I think was cool was they didn't really rush the episode. They introduced us to the characters. They didn't introduce us to everybody. We didn't get a Megazord right away. I like that they did that because it gives us some more story to be developed. That's cool. So now here's some things that either I didn't understand, or I don't think it works, or I don't like it. The Morphin Masters. Let's just talk about that for a quick sec. The Morphin Masters were brought up very briefly in Season 1 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers as plot device, but then they were elaborated on in the Boom Studios comics. They basically look like Rangers, and you're supposed to get the idea that every few seconds, or, you know, constantly, they're shifting into different Rangers, and I liked that idea because it kind of showed you that there were these beings that embodied all the powers of all of the Rangers, right? In this, and maybe this is just my opinion, but when you see the Morphin Masters come out of the Morphin Grid, which is, I guess, what they're supposed to be coming out of, that little portal, it kind of changes the idea of Rangers to me, because now it's like, oh, there are these beings that are almost like godlike beings that have bestowed the Power Ranger powers through the Morphin Grid to all these people at some point. It's obviously a plot device in a children's show. I get it. But, you know, I didn't love that. I thought it was kind of a cheap plot device. The second thing is, and this is actually the first thing I noticed because it kind of opens up with her, I have no idea what was going on with Hunter's audio. She sounded either like too soft, or no one else sounded like that in the episode. Am I going crazy? She sounded like all of her lines were either voiced over, changed, or the audio levels were changed. It was very strange. Now, there's one shot after the Morphin Masters give the morphing ability to the Knights of Ravkon. The Green Ranger has a skirt on. So now, this opens up like a can of worms, because is the Green Ranger going to have a skirt in this series? Because if they're gonna use Sentai footage, that Green Ranger does not have a skirt on, so I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with that, because obviously the Knight of Ravkon Green Ranger might, you know, that's not the same person as the Green Ranger we're gonna be seeing through this entire series, so what are they gonna do with that? Curious to see how that's gonna go. So now there's one scene that, I don't know if you guys felt this way, but I kind of just felt bad. I felt bad for the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs basically get murdered. When the Morphin Masters come, they create Dinohenge by taking the souls and the spirit out of the dinosaurs and giving the Power Rangers powers to the Knights of Ravkon to become Power Rangers, and the dinosaurs just turn to stone. Imagine being on your own planet, right? The dinosaurs come from Earth, having aliens, both good and bad, come to your planet, and then the good ones steal your spirit, and then you turn to stone. I would be pretty mad. Now, what they probably will do is Dinohenge will probably turn into the Zords. I can imagine, at some point. We'll have to wait and find out. And what the heck was that dagger thing? Why would you take your gigantic sword and then make it a tiny dagger to imagine being asleep for 65 million years, wake up, do something stupid, and then release all of the Sporix that destroyed your own planet. Dumb move, Zayto. So how did you guys feel about episode 1 of Power Rangers Dino Fury? Let me know in the comments. What did you like? What did you dislike? Is there anything I missed that you thought was really cool that maybe I should focus on? Or are there things that you also disliked that maybe I missed? Let me know in the comments. Would love to hear your thoughts. Do you think that the episodes are just going to get better and better and better? Or do you think it's going to be like Beast Morphers where the ratings kind of fell? So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Power Rangers Dino Fury, Super Sentai, Tokusatsu news. You can also follow me on social media. I would say Instagram and TikTok are the ones to find me on. So that's it. Be good, be well, be safe, and may the power protect you.